What's up guys, Chris here from Mainely Mesh, taking you through two shaft reviews in one video. Going to be reviewing the two current shafts that Adidas is offering, two alloy shafts. The first one is the Adidas Eqt Tracer T1L and the other one is the Tracer T1d Shaft. As far as my reviews go on alloy shafts, these things are pretty straightforward, right? So the biggest thing that affects the strength of a shaft is the sidewall thickness, which can kind of correlate pretty directly to weight. And then the other is ever so slightly the type of material. So overall, I tend to ignore the type of material that you're using in a shaft because the sidewall thickness has much more to do with strength than the actual material being used in. So I'll explain what material they're using, but I'm really going to focus on the weight and the grip today. That's what's most important to me. As far as the aesthetics go on this thing, I'm kind of torn. It's got this very shiny, sleek profile on the Tracer 1L, and then on the Adidas it has kind of more of a classic aesthetic, and I can't tell if this is something cool and new or if it's something that just is a little bit more reminiscent of an entry-level youth shaft. I think we just don't really see too many graphics on a lot of the shafts now. I think the market tends to be trending towards more simplistic graphics, and Adidas is definitely trying to stand out, but like I said, there are times when I feel like I'm carrying the next big thing, and there's other times where I feel like I'm carrying one of the used shafts. As far as the grip goes, this is where these shafts kind of lose me a little bit. They have a very gentle concave profile, but with that sleek grip, it's really, you know, kind of slippery all the way through, and it does feel, it was one of those things I noticed, and I know this sounds pretty offensive, but it does feel like kind of an entry-level used shaft. It's just, there's something about it, the way it sits in your hands, and I know that it has a really nice alloy in it, but in the way it feels just kind of like that concavity you get out of your Alloy 6000, which is really kind of weird for me to wrap my head around because I know that this material and the construction methods are really solid, but it just doesn't quite feel right to me. But let's get right into what you guys really want to know, which is the weight of these shafts. I'm going to do the T1L first, hop into the T1D, and let you guys know. First up on the scale is the Eqt Tracer T1L, and as you can see here, just give you a little bit better glimpse of the graphics. Nice and shiny. Let's weigh this bad boy up. No screw, no butt end here. 147 grams, so weighing in ever so slightly less than the Metal Plus. Should be maybe a little bit weaker, not too much, kind of in that same comparable range. I'd probably compare it most to the A7150 in strength. Then here is the Eqt Tracer T1d Shaft. A little bit more simple on the graphics. Big Adidas on one side, name of the shaft on the other. Weighing it in here, 174 grams. So this shaft's going to be really nice and durable for you. 175 gram shaft is a weight that I like a lot. If we convert that into ounces real quick, then you're going to see 6.1. Just going to give you a little bit more meat, a little bit more strength. Should be a really solid option if you're at least looking for just a strong alloy shaft. Overall, I'm obviously biased towards carbon fiber shafts to begin with, but even on the alloy side of things, I'm not quite sure this is something I would go for. I think you might get a little bit more strength than maybe some of these String King shafts or the ECD Focus out of these for that $110 price point, but even at $110, you know, I might look towards spending another $20 on maybe a Metal Plus or something like that. I just think there are some other alloy shafts that if you do want to go alloy, might be able to get the job done a little bit better. Overall, I think it's nice that they're using these materials. I think that the next iteration of shafts is going to be miles ahead of these ones, so I'm looking forward to what they come out with in the future. Not too overall excited with these shafts from this one, but cool aesthetics, something new. If you want to snag these, click the link down below to visit our friends at Universal Lacrosse and you can pick one up for yourself. If you want to check out the head reviews, I'm going to try to include links somewhere in this video. I probably will forget, but other than that, make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe, the usual. Thanks so much. Catch you guys next time.